It's been a while, but the Marble Sports Games are back. This time, the Dodgers play host to the third edition of the tournament here in the Speedlands, their home stadium. To kick us off, the Dodgers will be playing a lot of speed events this tournament, I believe. That is one of their signature specialties. And we're going to start off with speed skating here, which is going to be demonstrated by Zeb, one of the referees here, out on the track. Now, you may notice this from qualifiers. It is the same track, but with this extended, long front stretch. As well done to Zeb there. Congratulations to the referees. They're in pretty good shape, I'm not going to lie. And you can see this will be a bracket-style event with the Flamethrowers kicking it off against our defending champions, the Blueberry Buttons. And this season is underway. The Blueberry Buttons out to a lead, but it incrementally tips towards the Flamethrowers, who are going to stretch it down the front stretch and will advance. Heat puts it in 8.57, knocking out Bomberry with an 8.81. The Dodgers, our hosts, up now versus the Greenies. This is the Greenies' second appearance in 3 tournaments. They missed last season, but are stretching it here. Swiftly does not have anything in the tank. Green advances with an 8.08. Both of those times were much faster than the last heat. The Bronze Tigers and the Blue Moons now. The Blue Moons, of course, the defending runner-ups, won 3 golds last tournament, a feat only Season 1 Team Galactic did as well. And the Blue Moons are going to dominate the Bronze Tigers. Tiggy, to absolutely no one's surprise, sets the worst time of the day. And the struggles already continuing for the Bronze Tigers after a terrible Season 2. Balls of Fire also had a terrible season, but are they going to upset the Sterling Swarm here? It's going to be close. Sparkle and a drag race down to the line. The Balls of Fire have knocked out the Sterling Swarm. That was a pretty big upset there. Balls of Fire moving on. Moonlight Titans and the Rainbows now. The Rainbows won this event last season. Can they do it again? They're stretching it over Lupa, who is going to try and make a game out of it, and it's going to be close. But Red Orange holds on by 1/100th of a second, and the Rainbows advance. Team Galactic and True Blue now. Team Galactic just missed the podium last season. Our Season 1 champions are narrowly ahead of True Blue, but it stretches into the final sector. Two blue cannot catch up. Cyrus moves on with an 8.28. Blue is eliminated. And now the Thunder Gods versus the Stingers. This is the Thunder Gods' debut season in the Marble Sports Games. And they're out behind the Stingers here, but they're going to catch up and surpass them. Down the front stretch, Thunder Gods advance. 8.20 for Thunderbird, knocking out Buzz. Final heat round now with Tarzan from the Oddballs and Frost from the Valiant Vanillas. And the Valiant Vanillas way out in front. It is not even close right now. Frost dominating the Oddballs, not even in the frame. And believe it or not, the Oddballs will actually come dead last. So the Bronze Tigers will get a solid 1 point out of this event, which is, I think, one more than they expected after their run. See the track view here now with 8 teams moving on to the quarterfinals. And remember, this is a bracket-style event, so the goal lasts the longest. We have Heat, Green, Eclipse, Fireball, Red Orange, Cyrus, Thunderbird, and Frost. Greenies, Flamethrowers, Greenies out to a lead. Can they hold it, though? Green is going to easily coast to a victory here with an 8.08. That is a wonderfully good time from Green. I think that ties the Heat's time, too. Blue Moons and Balls of Fire now, and neck into the third, onto the front stretch, and we're going to have another photo finish, and Balls of Fire have done it again. They have squeaked by the upset team. They've now knocked out 2 podium contenders, 2 podium finishers from the last season. Well done to them, as Team Galactic will not be advancing here. It's the Rainbows moving on and clinching a top 4 finish. Thunder Gods and the Valiant Vanillas, and Frost holds the lead. Can Thunderbird catch up? Frost is going... Ooh, I think it's going to be Frost. Yes. Yes, indeed. Frost will hold it and move on to the semifinals now. So we have our top 4 with Green, Fireball, Red Orange, and Frost. Green and Fireball now. Whoever moves on is guaranteed at least a silver, and it's Balls of Fire out to the lead, but Green fights right back. Green stretching it. Can the Greenies hold on? Balls of Fire are not going to get there. The Greenies are in the final. What a finish there, as we have Red Orange and Frost now fighting for the second position in the final, and it's neck and neck. Red Orange takes it into the final section. Frost is not going to get there. The Rainbows will be fighting the Greenies in the final. The Valiant Vanillas and Balls of Fire are going to kick off the third place match here, and Frost is out to the lead. But here comes Fireball. As has happened every time, Balls of Fire will get bronze with a 7.90. And they pip the Valiant Vanillas. But it's time for the final. Green and Red Orange. Who wins the first gold of the season? And it's neck and neck under the second section. The Greenies stretch the lead. Can Red Orange catch up? It's not going to happen. The Greenies win their first ever gold with a 7.65. And Green is the champion of speed skating. So it's the best time of the day in the finals, and the Greenies will be celebrating today, earning their first gold medal ever. The Rainbows pick up a silver, Balls of Fire earning the bronze. But well done up front to Green. The Greenies, thrilled to be here after missing the last season, they will stand on top of the standings. Oddball, Bronze Tigers, and the defending champions, Blueberry Buttons, down in the bottom 3. They need to pick the pace up if they want to defend their title well. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the relay race. After an exhilarating first event that saw the Greenies get their first ever gold, we head back to the Speedlands for the relay race. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The relay race is going to be similar to speed skating. It's going to be on the same track. The difference, there are relay blocks set up where each teammate will complete a handoff to the next teammate. The goal, have the fastest times. It's going to be demonstrated by Zeb and the team referee here. The referees going strong down under the front stretch. Good job to them. So we'll have another bracket-style tournament set up here with our defending champions, the Blueberry Buttons, facing our hosts, the Dodgers. Dodgers statistically pretty poor in team events. Can they turn the tide here? So they're beating the Blue Ray Buttons by a mile, and the Dodgers will be moving on. So the Blue Ray Buttons will be getting a 9.76. We'll have to see how that time stacks up compared to the rest. True Blue and the Stingers now, and it's neck and neck, but the True Blue get a bump from the block. That was a good transition by them, and they will be moving on over the Stingers. 9.57 to the Stingers' 9.91. Bronze Tigers and the Blue Moons in a rematch from speed skating, but this time the Bronze Tigers are winning. But the Blue Moons are going to close right up in on them. And the Bronze Tigers will be moving on by 1/100th of a second. So we're getting a top half finish for the first time since the Season 2 Sand Moguls. Now, Galactic drops the block on their teammate, and that really slows them down. They try to catch up on the front stretch, but it will be to no avail. The Moonlight Titans will be moving on, however. Now, two of our top 4 teams, the Valiant Vanillas and our championship leaders, the Greenies. And the Greenies hold a slight lead, but it explodes into the third sector, but the Valiant Vanillas close right back up. They won't get there at the line, though. It's the Greenies moving on, knocking out Season 2's hosts. Rainbows and the Oddballs. And, the Oddballs catch up. But the Rainbows surpass them! Tarzan chokes it in the final section, and the Rainbows move on. The Oddballs gonna be furious with that. And the Thunder Gods up now, blasting the Flamethrowers. And, what happened there? The Thunder Gods, all their momentum came to a stop, and they come in with a 10 flat. That's the worst time of the day. And the Flamethrowers will be moving on. What happened there to the Thunder Gods is the Balls of Fire now are going to move on. They're going to knock out the Sterling Swarm again, but this time it's by a mile. Balls of Fire trying to turn the tides from their poor Season 1. And they'll be moving on here, along with 7 others, into the quarterfinals. 8 teams remain. Top 4 will be moving on. And we're going to get started here with the Dodgers and True Blue. True Blue out in front. And the Dodgers catch up to them. Yes, they can. The Dodgers, can they hold it? True is going to try and make a game out of it. It's going to be closer than I thought. But the Dodgers will be moving on and will clinch a top 4 finish for the hosts. The fans happy with that. So we have the Bronze Tigers up now against the Moonlight Titans. And the Moonlight Titans are out in front. A hard hit there. The Bronze Tigers are out in front. Can they hold it? They will hold it. And the Bronze Tigers moving on. Well done to them. Rainbows and Greenies now, our top 2 in the championship, and it's the Greenies way out in front. The Rainbows will not get there. Greenies will advance and clinch another top 4 finish. I believe that will guarantee that they will lead the championship after this event. And Balls of Fire and the Flamethrowers, 2 rivals right now, and they're neck and neck. The Flamethrowers edge ahead. Balls of Fire are going to try and make a game out of it, but the Flamethrowers knock out their rivals with a 9.69. So our top 4 will be our hosts, the Bronze Tigers, the Greenies, and the Flamethrowers. Our hosts, the Dodgers, facing the Bronze Tigers now in semi-final A, and they're neck and neck, but the Dodgers edge ahead quickly out of the gate. The Bronze Tigers fight back. They take the lead. They explode into the front stretch, and the Bronze Tigers are in the final. And that will guarantee the Bronze Tigers will earn a medal. The Dodgers knocked out by the Bronze Tigers. They will go to the 3rd place match, as the Greenies are blasting the Flamethrowers right now. Greenies will face the Bronze Tigers in the final, which means the Greenies are guaranteed another medal. Flamethrowers and the Dodgers now in the 3rd place match. The Flamethrowers traditionally strong in team events. The Dodgers not so much. They hope to turn the tide here. And they're out in front of the Flamethrowers. 1 transition to go. Speedy will hold on. The Dodgers will get their first medal of the season with a 9.49. But we head to the final now. The Bronze Tigers, huge underdogs here, facing the championship leaders, the Greenies. Who will win the 2nd gold of the season? It's the Greenies out in front. They keep it. And right now the Greenies are blasting the Bronze Tigers. It's not going to be close. The Greenies have done it. 2 golds in the first 2 events. And they will have 50 points as of the end of this event. and they are your relay race winners. They come in with a 9:40 in the final. It's enough to beat the Bronze Tigers, and the Greenies have won gold again. The home crowd happy with the Dodgers getting their first podium of the season. They want to see more of that. And the Bronze Tigers fans are ecstatic that they are on the podium for only the second time in their career. Have to wonder, with the captaincy change, Turner became the captain this year for the Bronze Tigers. You have to wonder, is that turning the tide just slightly? Well, they do vault up to 4th behind Balls of Fire, the Rainbows, and the Greenies have a 19-point lead in the championship. It's not even close right now. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in balancing soon. We're back with the classic event of balancing. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The third event of the Marble Sports Games Season 3 will be balancing, an event featured in both prior years to this one. You can see silently perched on top the tower next to me, and we're ready to get this event underway. The championship leaders, the Greenies, are going to kick us off. Let's see how they do. They bump into each other. They're going to get a finisher. That looks to be a good run. 360. I believe that's better than most, if not all, of the runs from last season already. So the Greenies' domination, is it continuing? Well, they're 99 clear of the flamethrowers, the current record holders right now. As our host, the Dodgers, line up on the grid, what can they do? And they're going to impact. They're going to get a couple finishers, not finishers, a couple good points haul. 302, respectable, in the middle right now. Here come the Bronze Tigers, and they're going to get another marble down there, 309. And let's see. We have Balls of Fire up now, looking for a redemptive balancing run after their abysmal Season 2 balancing run. Let's see what they have in... Oh. Well. Somehow that was even worse than their Season 2 balancing run. This is a strategy event in addition to a team event. You have to plan out the impacts. Try and make it as far as possible using what you can. You can use different formations to try and stay on long enough as the Moonlight Titans do that. With 3 down at the end, 395, they take the lead. A perfect replication of the Citron Sprinters strategy from last year, and the Moonlight Titans take the lead, dethroning the Greenies' gold streak. Halfway through, though, and they're still in second, so the Greenies still in a good position, but they will not be winning their third gold. Our defending champions up now, the Blueberry Buttons, and they're going to have a good run. 339 launches them onto the provisional podium in third, and the Thunder Gods are going to look to better that, and they're not going to. 295. Looks like if you break 300, you're going to set yourself up nicely, I think. And with the Blue Moons up now, did not have a good run last season, and do not have a good run here, although they are still well clear of Balls of Fire. How about True Blue now? Barely escaped relegation last season, and they're going to have a good run here with a 310. I believe that is provisional 4th. There we go now with our final 4 runners with the Sterling Swarm, the 2-time podium finisher, and they're nearly going to get a finisher here with a 252, though. The rest were abysmal. Our Season 1 champion, Team Galactic, they're not going to have a good run. 244. With 2 runners to go now, that does guarantee the Moonlight Titans will have a podium. If the Greenies can survive this run, they will have a podium too. And the Rainbows, oh, it's not going to happen. The Rainbows will not challenge for the podium, meaning the Greenies have gone back to back to back. The only one who can dethrone them for a bronze now is the Valiant Vanillas, and they will not do it. 290, the Greenies will get silver behind the Moonlight Titans with their first gold. The Blueberry Buttons pick up a well-needed bronze for the defending champions, who were sitting down in 15th before this. True Blue in 4th, and the Bronze Tigers continue their hot streak with a 5th place finish. But it's the Moonlight Titans celebrating on top today, dethroning the Greenies and stopping them from winning their 3rd straight gold. But this does mean the Greenies will have a huge lead in the Champions. They're going to have 70 points out of a maximum possible 75. And the Greenies have now guaranteed themselves to hold the lead after the next event. They have a 33-point lead. That is huge right now. The Moonlight Titans vault 9 spots up to second above the Rainbows, Bronze Tigers, and our hosts, the Dodgers. The Stingers inherit last place as we head to Event 4 next, Archery. We'll see you then. Archery will throw something a little bit different at our competitors this time, as the track will feature a gravitrack section where one marble descends into the cannon, hits the teammate, and they have to try and get a bullseye to move on. If they fail to get a bullseye, they will be knocked out. As you can see the competitors competing here, we will go through round by round until we have one team left, as we're going to go in reverse championship order, which means the Stingers will be up first. Sting sending Bumble into the bullseye, and that will get them advancement. Starts easy, and as you can see here, well, some difficulty in the gate there with the Sterling Swarms. The first round is pretty easy. The chance of getting the bullseye, high, as Galactic and the Blue Moons clear it easily. Thunder Gods do as well. We're now 6 runs in. These runs go by fast, as the Blueberry Buttons are up now. How about Balls of Fire? We're hitting the top half of the teams now. Valiant Vanillas. They will be moving on. True Blue. The Flamethrowers now. And, ooh, they're going to nudge the purple. Did the purple cross the white line? No, it did not. The Flamethrowers are safe for now, but the Dodgers are not. They will hit the purple. They will be knocked out. So the Dodgers, not in good shape here. The hosts, a little bit worried. I think they would have figured, after being one of the only teams to train for this event beforehand, knowing the events, they would have had some preparation for this, but instead they are knocked out, and they will be the only team to not make it out of round 1. So the Dodgers will clinch last place in this event. We head to round 2 now, but, oh, we have some of the Lattes fans have been led onto the track to have a test run. Good for them. Did pretty well. They got a bullseye, actually. Well, the Lattes, well, we'll see them in the Sea League soon. But for now, we're going to move on with round 2 as they remove the ramp, making it maybe a bit harder to aim. Sterling Swarm again having difficulty in the gate there. Galactic will get a bullseye. The Blue Moons. So we're 5 for 5. Yes, 5 for 5 moving on so far with Thor and Pollux, I believe, up now for the Thunder Gods. And Blueberry Buttons. They will get a bullseye too. Ball of Fire. Yes. Vanilla will send Swirly into the bullseye. Moonlight Titans. Flamethrowers will get a bullseye. Bronze Tigers. Bronze Tigers have had a decent amount of success this season. I don't think they really expected that coming into this. They're sitting in 4th. Ooh, the Rainbows! They're going to get that purple block past the white line. The Rainbows will be knocked out here in round 2. As will the Greenies! The Greenies' domination is over! For this event at the least, the Greenies will get knocked out in round 2 with the Rainbows, and since their push was worse, they hit purple and white as compared to white and just brushing the purple, the Greenies will get 15th, the Rainbows will get 14th. We're in round 3 now. Sterling Swarm moving on. Galactic will also move on. How about the Blue Moons? No! Blue Moons will hit the purple. They are knocked out, and they will go no further. Ooh, the Thunder Gods. They're going to get knocked out too, but they will keep the white on, but they will hit the white. So that's a bonus for the Thunder Gods. Balls of Fire up now. Fire Blast pushing Firestar, and they're going to get a bullseye. They will be moving on, along with their Valiant Vanillas. True Blue. Ooh, that jump looks a little bit short. It's all about, archery is about aiming, so if you can get a good jump and good aim, and you should be set, as the Bronze Tigers did not there. They were done. Ooh, what happened there? Artemis hits the block, Atlas jumps, misses the landing platform, and the Moonlight Titans are done. 4 runners in 4 runners out, I should say, from that round. We have our top 9 now as the Stingers. They will be done after this round. They hit the purple. Oddballs up now. They're sitting in 15th, and they too will be done. I think they brushed the pink. Ooh! The Sterling Swarm aren't even going to make it out. They are going to stall on the track, and they will most likely place last in this round, which should get them 10th place, I believe. Team Galactic up now. They're actually going to switch their runners around quickly. Cosmo was the striker. They're going to switch that. That is perfectly legal. We'll see if this plays a part of the strategy. And Starry will send Cosmo into the block. They will be moving on cleanly, as will the blueberry buttons. Balls of fire. Ooh, did the purple come off? Ooh, it is not over halfway. They are fine for now. About the Valiant Vanillas now, they too are going to pull a switch. They're going to have Swirly be the striker now, sending Vanilla into the bullseye. They will be moving on. 2 blue, moving on. 2 and 2B getting there. Flamethrowers will be moving on, which means only the Stingers, Oddballs, and Sterling Swarm will be knocked out. So we have another increase to the track here as Galactic will get a bullseye. As I said earlier, each round it's getting harder and harder for these competitors to keep hitting bullseyes, with the track being moved back and or extending, and the blueberry buttons will be knocked out, as will balls of fire. Swirly sending Vanilla. Ooh, look at that play from Vanilla. We're gonna get a replay of that. Hits the bullseye, tries to arrest the momentum from hitting the purple block, and that worked beautifully. The Valiant Vanillas, arguably the play of the event right there. Ooh, 2 blue. Not going to be happy with that one. They pull an Atlas and then some. As True Blue, the Blueberry Buttons, and Balls of Fire are knocked out, which means we have our podium. Team Galactic, the Valiant Vanillas, and the Flamethrowers. The question is now, in what order? Galactic moving on to the next round, as are the Valiant Vanillas. Pressure on the Flamethrowers now. And ooh, they will falter. The Flamethrowers are done. Flame and Fire will take a bronze, however, as we head to the sudden death rounds now. Valiant Vanillas and Team Galactic fighting for the gold. Galactic will go first, and they're going to miss it. They will not get a bullseye. It's up to the Valiant Vanillas, and they too will miss it. Both of them will hit the purple and the white, and we're going to go to a tiebreaker. Team Galactic will get the first shot again. Starry and Cosmo. And Starry, ooh! Starry will not make it out! It will stall on the track! And Team Galactic is done! Pressure on the Valiant Vanillas now. And they're going to do it! The Valiant Vanillas are going to do it! Vanilla and Swirly will win the gold medal! What a job done by both of them. That's their first gold for both members. First gold for the Valiant Vanillas since the first Marble Sports Games event. And they will stand on top of this podium above Cosmo, Starry for Team Galactic and Flame and Fire for the Flamethrowers. Well done to both of them. And with the Greenies getting 1 point in this event, their lead will come down. Still a huge 21 points over the Valiant Vanillas. The Flamethrowers jump to 3rd. Moonlight Titans to 4th. The Bronze Tigers fall 2. The Dodgers drop 6 spots. And the Stingers remain in last with 17 points. Thank you for watching. We will see you soon at the next event, Collision. I'm the Emperor, and that's all for now. Welcome to the 5th event of the Marble Sports Games Season 3. I'm the Emperor, and this will be an interesting event, returning for the first time since Season 1, Collision. We did have hockey last season, Collision a bit different though. And we'll have to see who's going to come out on top of this one. Now, different to prior years, this one's going to be a seeding head-to-head matchup, no group stages. It's going to be the 1 seed versus 16, 2 versus 15, etc. So that means we're going to start with the 1 seed, the Greenies, and the 16 seed, the Stingers. Stingers not had a lot of success recently, and they were going to get knocked out by the Greenies 3-2 here, and the Stingers' struggles continue. Greenies only losing 2. And the championship's kind of really turned from who will lead the championship to will anybody catch the greenies. Absolutely dominant first 3 events. They cooled off a little bit last event with the 15th place finish, and they're going to get another top half result here. As the Valiant Vanillas, almost lost to the Sterling Swarm, but that one could not arrest its momentum, float off the bottom, and we're going to have a 2-2 tie. Oh yeah, look at that. Glitter could not keep it. So we're going to go to a tiebreaker now, which will give priority in the standings to that one that loses, and that will be the Valiant Vanilla. Sterling Swarm, hold on, 2-1, and they will be moving on. 15 seed, knocking out our defending gold medalists from the last event. 2-1 on a tiebreak. We have the Flamethrowers up now, and they will be facing the Oddballs. The Flamethrowers, one of the best collision teams, and it shows here. They decimate the Oddballs 4-1, and they will be moving on. The Flamethrowers are really the masters of team events. In Season 1, they went in first place, third place, and 5th place. Season 2, they got 2 bronzes. In Season 3, they have a 4th. And they're continuing to dominate these team events. Moonlight Titans up now versus the Blue Moons, and that'll be a 2-1 Blue Moons victory. Blue Moons have not had a lot to smile about this season, having just relatively mediocre performances all around. Hoping they can step it up here, but they knock out the Moonlight Titans, 2-1. Rainbows and the Thunder Gods, and heavy impacts in the middle, stall them both backwards, and we're going to have a 3-3 tie. We'll go to our second tiebreaker now. Here we go. Rainbow's quicker out of the gate, but they're not going to be quicker onto the board. 4-2, Thunder Gods knock out the the Rainbows. Alright, we're going to have our next run now. King Silently from the Dodgers is going to be competing in this run, because it's a 5-marble event. How will they do against the Bronze Tigers? And that will be a 3-1 Dodgers victory. Good job to Silently. Now, the Silently is going to sit out the next round. Don't want to put too much stress on the King. They're going to bring Coach Dodgem in for the next round for the Dodgers in the quarterfinals. Round 7 now. And we have Balls of Fire versus the Blueberry Buttons. And Balls of Fire will get the win. 3-1 over our defending champions, who have really not been doing a good job defending the championship. 3-1, Balls of Fire. As we head to our final match now, Team Galactic versus True Blue. Both of these teams podiumed in the last edition of Collision, which means at least one of them is guaranteed to not here. And that one will be Galactic, losing 3-2 to True Blue. Hey, that rhymes. True Blue moving on 3-2. They've also been pretty consistent. They've had a bit of a greenies pattern going. 6th, 4th, 6th, will they get 4th here? We have our top 8 now, as the highest seed will play the lowest seed, so it's not like a bracket. It is just the highest remaining seed plays the lowest remaining seed, which means the greenies will be facing the 15th place seed, the Sterling Swarm. Ooh, hard to tell there, but I think I see 3 greenies, or is that 4? Oh, we're gonna have to see what this is. 4-2, greenies get the win, and they will get another top 4 finish. Greenies' domination. We thought it was over last event. It looks like it's back. We'll have to see. Blue Moons and the Flamethrowers now. And the Flamethrowers are not going to be able to move on and defend their collision goals from Season 1. Blue Moons get the win, 3-1. Thunder Gods up now. They're going to opt for an asymmetrical formation. That is perfectly legal. We haven't seen that happen before. Their opponent, Balls of Fire, will they be able to counter? Yes, indeed. Balls of Fire will be moving on 2-1. Team that did not have much success last season, sitting middle of the pack this season with a bronze. And we'll get another top 4 finish here. Our final match now, the Dodgers and True Blue. And True Blue will knock out the hosts 2-1. Silently was not on there. Coach Dodgem was. And ironically, Dodgem was the only marble still standing on the field for the Dodgers. Coach putting in some work there for the team. So we have our top 4 now. Home crowd a little bit not excited to see The Dodgers make an exit in the quarters, but they'll take a top half finish. The Greenies versus the Blue Moons, and Balls of Fire versus True Blue here in the semifinals. The Greenies on the left, True Blue on the right. No, it's the Blue Moons. Excuse me. And here we go in the semifinals. Blue Moons will stop the Greenies. The Blue Moons stamp down the Greenies' hopes for a third gold medal, and will be moving on to the final. And that will guarantee the Blue Moons get their first medal of the season. The Greenies will have to settle for at most a bronze, which are still good. The Greenies are still going to lead the championship after this, with at least 12 more points going to their credit. And joining them in the third place round will be True Blue. Balls of Fire to the final in a 3-2 victory. That will guarantee Balls of Fire get their second medal of the season, and this one will be at least a silver, which means it will be their best individual or any result in the Marble Sports Games. Bronze medal match now, Greenies versus True Blue. And the Greenies have done it again! 4-2, they knock out True Blue. The Greenies earn their fourth medal in 5 events and continue to dominate. True Blue will place 4th after placing 6th, 4th, and 6th before this, doing a better version of what the Greenies had did in Season 1. But here we go in the final. Balls of Fire, Blue Moon, 2 wins, the gold medal, and Balls of Fire almost keep all of them on, but it will be enough. 4-2, the Balls of Fire are your gold medalists in collision. After a terrible season, and they have come for redemption, they will get the gold. Blue Moons pick up the silver. Good effort by them. And our championship leaders, the Greenies, will pick up another medal with a bronze. Our hosts, the Dodgers, finish in 5th, tying with the Thunder Gods. Now our defending champions, the Blueberry Buttons, 14th. But the Balls of Fire are standing atop the podium today, triumphantly, above the Blue Moons and the Greenies. How will this shake up the overall standings? The Greenies will obviously still lead, but by how much? By 25 points. They are guaranteed the lead again after the next event, and will be guaranteed to lead the whole first half. Balls of Fire vault up to 2nd, the Valiant Vanillas fall to 3rd, the Oddballs take last place from the Stingers. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you at the elimination race next time. 5 events in, and the Greenies are blowing it away in the 3rd season of the Marble Sports Games. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The Greenies have a 25-point lead in the standings entering this event, guaranteeing that they will lead coming out of it to the gold medal count. No matter what 2nd place does, they will lead. And speaking of the Greenies, they're going to be in this heat along with a lot of our top contenders. So the format is, the first one to the bottom will move on to the final directly, and the last one to cross the line will be eliminated, as it looks like, I believe, True Blue will be moving on to the final here. We're going to have a bottleneck at the end, but crossing the line in last will be the captain of Team Galactic, earning their first finish outside of the top 6 ever. Now, we will narrow the field down as, very slow start from rapidly for the hosts, the Dodgers, and that is not going to do them any favors. They cross the line last and are eliminated. The first place in this heat, so the Blue Moons, will be moving on to the final. The Dodgers, they're going to be eliminated. So, if you get eliminated round 1, you are guaranteed a bottom 2 finishing position. You get eliminated round 2, you'll get 13 to 14. And if you get eliminated in round 3, you'll get somewhere between 9th and 12th. Round 3, the top 2 move on. And in this case, it's the Greenies getting another top half result here, and the Valiant Vanillas holding off a spirited charge from Balls of Fire. Tensions rising, as apparently the Valiant Vanillas blocked their rivals, the Stingers. The Stingers fans are starting a riot against the Valiant Vanillas fans in the stands. Stay calm, everybody. It's just a heat. King silently coming over to break up the fight. The Stingers fans not too pleased with Twist blocking Flutter. Silently is going to escort the fans back to their area as he gets a standing ovation from the crowd. Well done to Silently for de-escalating the situation. Well, if the Stingers fans do that again, they will be banned from the stadium, so please stay calm, Stingers fans. And we go to the second heat now, as the Thunder Gods stall on the track, clinching a DNF for them, and thus last place in the event. Castor cannot get it done, as the Sterling Swarm onto the finals. So finally something going their way. They have had a terrible season so far, surprisingly. One of the best teams. They have the only team to get 2 overall podiums, and they're sitting in 14th right now, I believe. Rainy from the Rainbows will be the one to streak across the line in this heat, as Barry from the Blueberry Buttons does not finish this event. Some of the great marbles, some of the all-time greats, not doing too good in this event. We've seen Barry and Cosmo knocked out in the bottom 4 already. So we go to round 3 here. It's the Flamethrowers clear out in front. Who's gonna get second? Ooh, looks like some of the track was starting to come loose. I think all the competitors managed to successfully avoid it. As the Bronze Tigers and the Oddballs will go no further, it's the Moonlight Titans and the Flamethrowers moving on to the finals. So 9th through 16th are set as we take a look at our top 8 now, lined up in the gate. True Blue, Moonlight Titans, Flamethrowers, Blue Moons, Greenies, Rainbows, Sterling Swarm, and the Valiant Vanillas. A lot of the top half teams here. And then you have the Sterling Swarm. The Greenies, by the way, are guaranteed at least 94 points now, which could be one of the best halves of all time. The current best half goes to Team Galactic, surprisingly, not the Greenies, even though their run has been so dominant so far. Team Galactic in the second half of Marble Sports Games Season 1 got 95 points, which is at least what the Greenies will get here, as the Flamethrowers are eliminated round 1. Round 2, here we go now. And the Greenies continue their domination. They are not out to a lead here. The Blue Moons block them, and the Greenies are out. 7th is still a decent result, but the Greenies will not podium in this event. They will get 95 points, tying the best half record from Team Galactic in Season 1. And we'll head to our top 6 now. So as you can see, we're doing 1-by-1 eliminations in the finals as the 2 white marbles streak and crisscross at the line. They will be moving on by miles. And I believe the captain of the Moonlight Titans, Kronos, will be the one knocked out. Just got pinballed into the corner at the beginning. Could not get anything going. Kronos is eliminated as we have our top 5 now. And it's the Blue Moons out in front, but they get blocked to the side. Sterling Swarm out to the lead, and the Blue Moons fall to last. They get bumped out of the way by True Blue, and the Blue Moons are knocked out. They'll take a 5th place finish, though, sitting decently high in the standings, I believe in 6th. Rover comes across 5th as we have our top 4 now. True Blue and the Sterling Swarm both yet to medal, so at least one of them will get a medal here. And it's True Blue out in front with the Rainbows. They will cross first. Valiant Vanillas in 3rd, and that means Glitter from the Sterling Swarm cannot make the podium and will fall just short with a 4th place finish. This does mean, by the way, that 2 reserves will be on the podium. That might be the first time this has happened. And Rainy clinching a podium spot here. The Rainbows make history with each member getting an individual medal. Well done to the Rainbows. And unfortunately for them, it looks like it will be a bronze, as both the Valiant Vanillas and True Blue move on ahead of them. But still, well done to the Rainbows. That is not an easy feat to have every member have a medal. But we go to the final round now. Blue Blue and Twist. Who wins the 6th gold? Twist, to the near side, is going to easily win it. Blue Blue comes across in 2nd, but the Valiant Vanillas get their 2nd gold medal of the season. Twist earning their 3rd individual medal, their 1st gold, and will win the event above Blue Blue from True Blue, earning their 1st medal since the 5th event of Season 1. Well done to all our competitors here, but Twist from the Valiant Vanillas tries to close the gap on the Greenies with their 2nd gold medal of the season. Blue Blue earns the very consistent True Blue's 1st medal, and the Rainbows earn their 2nd at the hands of Rainy, the reserve. The Greenies' lead has shrunk. It's actually much closer now. 13 points. That's within a bronze medal for the Valiant Vanillas, who vault to 2nd. The Sterling Swarm finally out of 14th. That honor now belongs to our defending champions, the Blueberry Buttons. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the obstacle maze. One half down, one half to go as we enter the second half of the third season of the Marble Sports Games. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The obstacle maze, a familiar face from many competitors, but this one's going to be a bit different. So, each obstacle maze season has featured a different obstacle in addition to the wooden maze. So, last season we saw a Lego section. This season we're going to have a Gravitrack section before the maze. And you can see the 4 heats built up here. We're going to start with Lupa, Sparky, Heat, and True. The Oddballs, having a terrible season so far. They are up in second place now, though, behind the Moonlight Titans, who are going to streak across the line easily. True Blue crosses in third, and the Flamethrowers in last. Neither of them will be advancing. Moonlight Titans at a very quick line. If you can keep it off the walls, and you can get a very good time if you can get enough momentum staying off the walls like Lupa just did. The Dodgers, Galactic, Stingers, and Balls of Fire, Swiftly and Astron, 2 of the best maze marbles of all time. We'll have to see how they do here. And immediately, Balls of Fire, DNF in the Gravitrack section. Astron out in front, and Swiftly will cross right behind them, and those 2 will be advancing, knocking out the stalled Balls of Fire and the Stingers. Stingers yet to place above 7th in any event all season. It's been an absolutely terrible time for them. Bumble cannot get anything going here. Heat 3 now with Tiggy, Shimmer, Green, and Knight. The Greenies looking to extend their 13-point lead in the championship. They're out to the lead here. Bronze Tigers in second, but they fall to 4th. Sterling Swarm, Blue Moon's up in front, Shimmer shoots by, and will win the heat. Blue Moon steals second, the Greenies knocked out, along with the Bronze Tigers. That was a masterclass by Shimmer, just snipes Knight. 7.58 to 8.03. Round 4 now with the Rainbows, Valiant Vanillas, Blueberry Buttons, and the Thunder Gods. Ice looking to challenge the Greenies here. The Valiant Vanillas are the Greenies' only real competition so far. And the Valiant Vanillas are out to a lead behind the Thunder Gods, and they take it. Thor in second, but Blubby gets by, and here comes Thor! Did he get it done? The Rainbows will cross the line last, but Thor comes from the outside, blocks Blubby, and makes a masterclass to steal second from the Blueberry Buttons. And that was a heck of a play by the Thunder Gods, who've had a surprisingly poor season so far. Thor looking to right the ship here as we have our 2 semi-final heats now. I'm going to start with the Sterling Swarm, Oddballs, Valiant Vanillas, and Team Galactic. The Swarm and Galactic, 2 of the best teams in the Marble Sports Games, neither having much success this season, and neither are out to a lead here. And as I say that, Astron breezes by like out of a cannon. Moves on to the final, and Shimmer will fend off a nice charge from the Oddballs. Both of them are moving on to the final. The Oddballs could not get a good angle heading into that final turn. If they had, they might have been able to fend off the Sterling Swarm. Ooh, and I think Ice from the Valiant Vanillas will not finish. Yeah, Ice gets stuck in the Gravitrack section. Ice has never been a good Gravitrack marble. Finished dead last in Season 1 Slalom, and it was an interesting coaching pick here. Round 2 now, and the Blue Moons had an early lead, but they can't hold it. Everybody's right neck and neck. The Thunder Gods bounce backward. They will cross the line first. Moonlight Titans in second, knocking out the Dodgers, our hosts, and the Blue Moons. The Thunder Gods and Moonlight Titans, 2 of the Mid-Season Madness teams, will both be in the final. Swiftly will pick up the best time of the eliminated marbles, therefore the Dodgers will get a respectable 5th place finish. Our top 4 now, though, in the finals, Galactic, the Thunder Gods, Moonlight Titans, and Sterling Swarm. I mentioned the Swarm and Galactic being the 2 best Marble Sports Games teams. Funnily enough, this is actually the first time that both of them will meet head-to-head in the final. Big rivals these two are. Astron, Shimmer, Thor, and Lupa. Who wins the 7th gold of the season? It's the Moonlight Titans out to a lead. Sterling Swarm take it. Astron up top. Dive bombs it in on the Sterling Swarm, but Thor comes from 3rd to steal the gold for the Thunder Gods. What a finale! Astron dive bombs Shimmer, knocks out their rivals, but Thor comes from nowhere, gets the gold for the Thunder Gods, and that was a heck of a move. Thor dominated this event, and will stand on top of the podium above Astron, last season's maze winner, and Shimmer of the Sterling Swarm, earning their first podium of the season. Sterling Swarm had a bad first half last season as well, and now they're starting to kick in the redemption. Which are the overall standings? Well, the Greenies only finished 2 points behind the Valiant Vanilla, so they will still hold the lead. The question is now, by how much? It shrunk to just 11 points, and the True Blue, even with a 14th place finish, move up to 3rd, Balls of Fire down to 4th. The Thunder Gods jump 6 spots up to 7th, Galactic jumps 4. The Blueberry Buttons still down in 14th, a terrible time for the defending champions, both the Oddballs and Stingers. And now, a bonus race with the coaches of the 16th team. Bronze Tigers coach is out to the lead, but it's Coach Dodger from the Dodgers who will get the gold in the coach race. Looks like the Balls of Fire got 2nd. I believe it was the Moonlight Titans above the Balls of Fire. Well, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, as the funnel spinning event will be out next. The Speedlands welcomes us to the 8th event of the 3rd season of the Marble Sports Games, Funnel Spinning. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The Dodgers continue to play host to the season, and they've had a pretty mediocre season so far. They're going to hope to get something going this second half like they normally tend to do. And they're going to be sending rapidly in this race. They'll be competing with Knight, Celine, Castor, Tarzan, Flutter, Firestar, and Tanner. Neither of our top 2 in this heat. We might actually get a good lead battle coming out of this. The Valiant Vanillas are within striking distance for what feels like the first time all season. They're trying to close in on the Greenies. They will both be in the second heat, but for now, we are rolling in Heat 1, and this is the Oddballs with a terrible start by Tarzan. A very, I would say, if this pans out the way it's continuing to, a very poor coaching decision by the Oddballs coach. Tarzan is already into the penultimate funnel after Swirl won this event in the qualifiers this season. Down there are the Bronze Tigers, and the Bronze Tigers will be the first ones done. And the Bronze Tigers continue to struggle. After a good start, it's all fallen away from them. We have a couple more finishers down there. Celine, Flutter, Knight comes on down, which means we have our top 4, which means Tarzan, amazingly enough, actually recovers. They were the first one down there, and they're going to actually win this heat. I might have doubted Tarzan. We'll see if they have anything left in the tank for the finale, but the Oddballs captain is looking to get something going off a dismal season so far. Also joining them will be Balls of Fire, who are in 4th, the Thunder Gods, who won their first medal last event, and our host, the Dodgers, rapidly, just by moving on, means this will be Rapidly's best finish to date in the main league. Rapidly did win a gold in the qualifiers for Season 2 in funnel spinning, but has not placed above 10th in any main league event to date. That changes today, and the Dodgers fans are fine with that. Heat 2 now. True True, Purple Pink, Smelt, Swirly, Glitter, Greenie, Bluey, and Astron. Astron also podiumed in this event in the qualifiers. Greenie got 4th after some amazing final stands, and both of those two, along with the Valiant Vanillas, all 3 of them, are going down quickly. It's all trending downhill for the favorites here. In fact, Astron is into the penultimate funnel. Can Astron work some of the magic that Tarzan did last round? Purple, Pink, and Greenie down there, and Astron will be the first one eliminated, followed by Greenie. The Greenies will not get a good result in this race. We'll have to see what the time is. We have 4 circling in that penultimate funnel as Swirly now inherits the lead. Rainbows are done, True Blue's done. The Valiant Vanillas will win this round. That is going to be great news for the Valiant Vanillas fans, with the Greenies getting well down in the order. I'm getting word from timing and scoring that Greenies' time will only be good enough for 14th place. The Greenies will earn just 2 points this event. The Valiant Vanillas can take the lead easily if they medal. All eyes are on Swirly, who already has a gold this season with Vanilla in Archery. Can Swirly repeat? The Greenies have not lost the lead all season. They've led for 7 consecutive events. Swirly has a chance to turn the tides here. Astron comes in 15th, and this does mean that the Bronze Tigers will finish dead last in funnel spinning. Tanner, another poor result by the reserve member of the team. They have not placed top half in an individual event all season, and it's all going downhill for the Bronze Tigers. Bluey, Rapidly, Firestar, Tarzan, Purple Pink, True True, Castor, and Swirly now lined up in the gates for the finale. A lot of the top half teams in the mid-pack here, and then you have the oddballs. Can Tarzan work some magic here? Here we go, let's see. The first one into the third funnel is Balls of Fire, followed by True Blue. Both of them sit in the top 4 overall, as Rapidly holds the lead for the Dodgers. Can the Dodgers get their first gold medal as the hosts? We'll have to see in a little over, I'd say, half a minute. We have a gaggle of marbles in the penultimate funnel, though. True Blue is going to be the first one done, followed by the oddballs, and Tarzan cannot hold on and will only manage 7th. The blueberry buttons are down there. The Thunder Gods shoulder them aside. We have our top 5 now. And Swirly is down there. Swirly and Rapidly both plummet through. Swirly will take 5th, Rapidly 4th. The blueberry buttons will put on a good final stand and will take the bronze medal. Balls of Fire are down into the final funnel. They'll have to fend off the rainbows, and they'll successfully do so. Firestar wins the gold medal. Balls of Fire's 2nd gold of the season and the 3rd medal overall. And Balls of Fire have come to try and chip away at the Greenies' lead. The Valiant Vanillas, Swirly will place 5th, which will move them up in the standings to just 2 points behind the Valiant Vanillas. So we're going to have an interesting title fight coming out of this in the next event, for the first time all season, I'd say. Purple Pig from the Rainbows picks up the silver medal. Bluey from the Blueberry Buttons picks up the defending champion's 2nd bronze of the season, but will still have the team well down in the order. But it's a start. The Blueberry Buttons are hoping to get more success coming out of this. Maybe this can start to turn the tide, kickstart the redemption. But they will fall 2 spots short. The Balls of Fire with their 3rd medal of the season. Well done. I don't think anybody expected this coming out of their poor season to only be with the Bronze Tigers. As we look at the overall standings, Balls of Fire vault up the 3rd. They're only 10 points behind the Greenies now. The Rainbows jump 5 up the 4th. True Blue drops to 5th, but the Thunder Gods, Blue Moons, and Moonlight Titans running at the top half. Dodgers still continue their mediocre season at 9th and fairly strong Galactic, Flamethrowers, Blueberry Buttons, Bronze Tigers, Oddballs, and lastly, Emily's leading the Stingers. We're here in the home stretch now of the Marble Sports Games Season 3 as we head outdoors for the first time all season for the Sand Sprint. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The Sand Sprint's gonna throw something a bit like the Sand Moguls did in Season 2 last season, but it's gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be outdoors, it's gonna be real sand, and the current record, 3.03 seconds. That record belongs to King from the Emperors, which was a team I competed on back in my competition days. The record has stood for about 5 years now, and can any of our competition break it this event? We have a stacked heat here as Galactic takes the lead, but the Sterling Swarm block them. They bump into heat, and the Flamethrowers stall. Sterling Swarm and the Blueberry Buttons will block Team Galactic, who block the Flamethrowers. Galactic's gonna cross 3rd, and the Flamethrowers, bit of sportsmanship there from Heat. They will not cross the line. Wow, as I said, the record 3.03 seconds. None of those times were really close. So, the track evolution stays about the same. I don't think the record will be broken, but we'll have to see. Thunder Gods to the lead, quickly goes high into the wall, manages to recover nicely. The Dodgers are moving on, along with Zeus from the Thunder Gods. Ooh, nice switchback move there from Fiery. Not enough to get up into second, but puts a juke on Chalk from the Oddballs. Heat 3 now, which contains both of our top two, and the Rainbows and the Stingers. Vanilla, Greener, Honey, and Yellow-Green. And out of the gate, a bad start for the Valiant Vanillas. They bounce into the Greenies and then pinch Greener! Vanilla will win the heat. Way in front of Honey is Greener, so the top two will both be advancing. Yellow-Green plows into the wall. They will not be going, and Honey crosses the line well off the pace. They were 6:16. Not good for the already last place Stingers. Bronze Tigers, True Blue, Moonlight Titans, and the Blue Moons. Two reserves in this heat. How will they do? Blue to the lead. They put a block down on Royal, but they will both cross the line in front of Turner, and then I believe Kronos from the Moonlight Titans has gotten stuck on the track. Not good for them. But Blue from True Blue will be moving on along with Royal from the Blue Moons. Both the reserves, actually, in this heat. Captain Kronos can't finish. Head to the semifinals now. None of these times have come even remotely close to 3.03 seconds. We'll have to see if any of these four can break it. Blue Moons, Greenies, Thunder Gods, Blueberry Buttons. Can the Greenies put up another good performance here? Let's see. Out of the gate, Thunder Gods to the lead. They shoot by. That's going to be a blazing fast time. Has the track evolution changed? Look at that. Royal nearly careens off the track. And look at that. Zeus at the 2:53 and obliterates the record. All of those times were so much better than what we saw in the heat. So we'll have to see. Has the track evolution kind of changed that? Sparkle, Vanilla, Blue, and quickly after that blazing fast heat, can any of them get anything going? It's True Blue to the lead. Vanilla is right next to them, as is Quickly. Who's gonna win this out? And I believe Blue. Yes, indeed. Blue holds on by 1/100th of a second over Vanilla, who has another 6 back to Quickly from the Dodgers. Marbles gonna take a nice bath here, cleaning off after the sand. But we're gonna line up for the finals here. Blue, Vanilla, Barry, and Zeus. 3 captains in this heat, and Blue. Can the Vanillas win gold again? Vanilla's out to the lead, but Blue will steal it from them. Can you believe it? True Blue wins gold. And if a photo finish for 3rd place, Zeus from the Thunder Gods will narrowly beat out Barry, but True Blue with a 271, Blue is the gold medalist. That's their 2nd medal this season, as with Vanilla's. Both of them will have 45 points in the individual championship, but it's True Blue who win the gold today, denying Vanilla a chance to become only the 2nd double gold medalist in Marble Sports Games history. That's the 1st gold ever for True Blue. Blue picking up both of their medals this season, and can you believe it? The Greenies have lost the lead! The Valiant Vanillas have turned a 33-point deficit into a 10-point lead! The Greenies are choking here in the final few events. True Blue vaults up into 3rd, but Balls of Fire, the Thunder Gods, the Rainbows, and the Blue Moons are defending champions. The Blueberry Buttons managed to claw their way up to 10th, and I'm sorry to say, the Stingers have become the first team eliminated from the championship contention. Block pushing brings us to the 10th event of the Marble Sports Games Season 3 here in the Speedlands. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. Block pushing is going to be a bit different this time around. It's going to feature the same track length and setup as we saw in qualifiers and Mid-Season Madness, but with an extra twist. Each team of marbles must now descend through the hurdle section and try and keep all their members on board. And we are ready to get this event underway. Valiant Vanillas, of course, took the lead last event. We'll have to see if they can hold it here. Oddballs, our first team up. Again, an interesting lineup from this team. They never seem to use their captain in block pushing. Will it pay off? That's a good push with a 38.5 from the Oddballs. Will it pay dividends later on? Of course, it's only one push, so we don't have an estimate of where it will be, but the record, if I recall... Ooh, Flutter is gone! Flutter has flown off the track, and the Stingers... Oh, they're going to roll the block sideways. They're going to get 2 penalties for that. And they're going to get 32 once. Flutter just completely flew off. Actually, we are receiving word from timing and scoring that there was a mistake on the grid there. They will only be getting 1 penalty. And the Rainbow is up now. So saying, before Flutter flew off the track. The current record, 41.8 centimeters. Oh, as the Rainbows come pretty close to that. Just a couple centimeters back. That record belonging to Team Nuclear. That was set in mid-season madness. Will Balls of Fire be able to break it here? They might! 40.8, that is really good. Balls of Fire to the lead. The Bronze Tigers up now. Ooh, Tiggy nearly comes to a stop in the lane back there. And, oh! Oh no! Bronze Tigers! Oh, God. Oh, that's gotta be the most Bronze Tigers-like thing I have ever seen, if I've ever, yeah. Oh, the Bronze Tigers just continuing to tank after starting the season off so well. They had a silver in the relay race, but alas, it is all coming undone. That'll be an invalid run. Oh, they're sitting well down in the orders. True Blue puts up a paltry score of 32.3. Thunder Gods in the gate now. Track 2 there. They are off and rolling. Now, you have to wonder, what is the strategy for this event? Do you want all 4 of them crammed close together? Or do you want them spread apart? The Thunder Gods went for a spread apart strategy there, where all 4 are about equal lengths away from each other, and it paid dividends, and it is not doing so for the Greenies here. They crammed together, and it's going to go horribly wrong. 28.2. Disaster for the Greenies. Flamethrowers up now. Oh no! Smelt! Smelt will pelt the referee down there. They're gonna jump the rail. Look at this. Smelt lands in the other lane after falling out of the track, hits the referee. That is going to be a disqualification for the Flamethrowers. That's only the 2nd disqualification in Marble Sports Games history. Smelt's gonna go over and apologize to the referee. Don't think anything's gonna come of that. The Flamethrowers disqualified. Still good sportsmanship, I guess, but eek. Not where the Flamethrowers want to be. Team Galactic up now. They've subbed the reserve Cyrus in. And how will it pay off? 31-5. Not a good result for Team Galactic. Up now, the Moonlight Titans. And they're going for a bunch formation. Will it work? Ooh, that's going to be a good push. 39.7. The Moonlight Titans vault up into 2nd place. Our championship leader now, the Valiant Vanillas, and they're going to lose one. They're only going to have 3 push, and that is not going to work. 28.9. The Valiant Vanillas are in much trouble here. They have not had a bottom 4 finish since the final event of Season 1, but they might get one here as the Sterling Swarm will roll the block. That actually might work to their advantage. They're going to lose 1, and we'll get a penalty centimeter, but that might have been a good strategy, actually, by the Sterling Swarm that moves them up into 4th place. Blue Moons now. How do? They look like they have a good run. They will have a good run. It is so good, it's good enough for a new record, 43.2. The Blue Moons vault into 1st. Oh, and the Blueberry Buttons are going to lose one similarly to how the Flamethrowers did. They're going to fall off. Not going to get anything going there. And this means the Blue Moons and Balls of Fire have clinched podiums, with the Dodgers the only remaining team. Had they saved the best for last, possibly? Let's see what our hosts can do. All 4 of them are still on. They're spread out, and it's not going to work. It is not going to work. The Blue Moons win gold! Balls of Fire pick up their 4th podium of the season. Moonlight Titans will get their 2nd. The Flamethrowers disqualified. Bronze Tigers down there, I think, happy to somehow get a point out of this despite having an invalid run. But look at the Blue Moon standing on top of the podium again. That's their 4th gold medal in the Marble Sports Games, 3 from last season, 1 from this season. Balls of Fire happy to be up there, and of course the Moonlight Titans. 1 gold in balancing, nothing else really besides that. So our bottom 4 now are knocked out from podium contention, Team Galactic in 12th can still podium but cannot win. And the Valiant Vanillas lead has shrunk to 5 over Balls of Fire. The Greenies are down to 3rd, and it's all slipping away from them. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. With just 2 events to go here in the Marble Sports Games Season 3, everything is up for grabs here in Dodgemarble, the penultimate event of the season. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. The Valiant Vanillas are our championship leaders, a few points clear of Balls of Fire, who got past the Greenies last event after a superb finish in block pushing. Dodgemarble on the agenda today, it's going to be a strength event similar to Collision. You're going to have marbles launched from the starting gates on each side. It's going to be a duo event, however, with 2 marbles per team going at once. It's going to be 4 heats of 4, and the top 2 teams that stay on the board the longest will be moving on to the semifinals. So we're going to get started with the Dodgers, Thunder Gods, Flamethrowers, and the Rainbows now. Dodgers, this is their signature event, as the starting gate has been lifted, and they're going to split to the sides. The goal stay on the longest is that Rainbow is going to get pelted over and stay in the wall. That's going to have the Rainbows keep at least 1 finisher on, and I believe the Flamethrowers crossed out right before them. Yes, indeed. So you can see the scoring is based off of how the order of which they fell off the grid. So the first marble to fall off, that will get 8th place, second will get 7th, etc. So you want to stay on the longest. Heat 2 now. Valiant Vanillas, Greenies, Oddballs, and the Blue Moons. Our championship leaders in this, can they move on? Frost and Ice. One of them is going to stay straight on the board, along with Inferno from the Oddballs. That is going to work beautifully. Ice and Inferno just come beelining from the right. And 1 Blue Moon's going to come across, but after they had fallen off. It is the Oddballs and Valiant Vanillas moving on. The Greenies cannot get anything going in the second half after a dominant first half. 95 points they had. They currently just have 113 now. And it's all coming undone for them. Heat 3 now. Moonlight Titans, Blueberry Buttons, Balls of Fire, and the Bronze Tigers. Ooh, and Fireball is going to do a similar strategy to it the Oddballs and Valiant Vanillas just did. Just go straight across the line last. That Moonlight Titans on the board did come off first, so they will not be counting as still on. And it's enough to give the Bronze Tigers advancement. So a lot of the bottom half teams doing good here. The Flamethrowers, the Oddballs, the Bronze Tigers, all of them doing good. Final heat now. True Blue, Sterling Swarm, Stingers, and Galactic. And Galactic is going to hold on, I believe. Is that Cosmo coming across from the left? Bumps in the middle. And just keeps going. And I believe the Stingers had a good run there too. Yes, sir. Flutter holds on. So Cosmo, Nova, Flutter, and Sting moving on. So the Stingers and Galactic. A lot of the bottom half teams actually moving on. I believe Balls of Fire and Valiant Vanillas are just a few of the top half teams. Bronze Tigers, Valiant Vanillas, Team Galactic, and the Flamethrowers in semifinal 1 now. The Flamethrowers. Ooh, we're gonna have a. Apparently, I believe Turner from the Bronze Tigers has stalled in the starting gate on the left. That's going to be an 8th place for Turner, bumping everybody else up 1. Nova's going to stay on the board for Galactic. Galactic and the Flamethrowers are moving on to the final. Our championship leaders are knocked out here in the semis, along with the Bronze Tigers. Semifinal 2 now, with the Rainbows, Oddballs, Balls of Fire, and the Stingers. This could be the Stingers' best result if they get anything above 7th place. Ooh, and as I say that, I believe Sting is going to stall in the gate like Turner did, but how did Flutter do? And Flutter is going to come across last. The Stingers are moving on to the final, along with the Oddballs. Can you believe it? So our top 4 in this event are the 12th place team, the 13th place team, the 14th place team, and the 16th place team. Disaster for our top contenders here, as we're going to have an underdog final here. Galactic, Stingers, Oddballs, and Flamethrowers. Who will win the 11th and penultimate gold of the season? It's a good start. Flutter, can they do it again? It's Flutter and Galactic, and I believe the Galactic may have come off. Flutter is still on the board. Yes, indeed. Flutter, the Stingers have won gold. Can you believe it? After a disastrous season, the Stingers win gold in Dodgemarble. Team Galactic comes in second. The Oddballs earn their first Marble Sports Games podium ever in third. The Flamethrowers fall just short of the podium. Now our championship leaders, the Valiant Vanillas, place fifth. But the Stingers are going absolutely crazy. Sting and Flutter team up in Dodgemarble to stay on the board the longest. They win gold. Cosmo and Nova pick up the silver, and Tarzan and Inferno the bronze. Now what will this do to the overall championship? The Valiant Vanillas have clinched a final podium spot, 135 points. Tremendous job by them. Balls of Fire, the Greenies, and True Blue can all still win. From the Blue Moons to the Moonlight Titans, so 5th through 11th place can all still podium. And then from the Blueberry Buttons and down, they cannot podium, they cannot win. And the Bronze Tigers, I'm sorry to say, they have inherited last place once again. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the triathlon. All of the preparation, all of the team meetings, all of the training, all of the coaching, all of the Marble Sports Games Season 3 comes down to this, the triathlon. Hello everybody, I'm the Emperor. I'm joined by King Silently up here on that podium above the stadium. Silently's going to be competing in this event for the first time all season. Congratulations to the King on a very successful hosting bid. And we take a look at the overall standings right now before we head outdoors to the triathlon. A dangerous, difficult track featuring a speed skating section, the obstacle maze, and a drop down a sandy chute into the catch basin below. All of our competitors are going to need to master all three of these terrains in order to win the triathlon event, and we are going to get right into this with 4 heats of 4, top 2 of each heat. Moving on, 1 championship contender per heat. In this heat, it is True Blue, who have selected Blue to run for them, and they are not doing great here behind Blue Indigo and Astron, but Blue comes back, takes the lead on the corner, and is fighting with Astron from Team Galactic. Team Galactic's going to win this, and True Blue will advance. The Rainbow is veered off the track into the wall and the brick at the bottom. They are going to did not finish its track. Flamethrowers come across in third. Team Galactic and True Blue moving on, keeping True Blue's championship aspirations alive. Now, they do need to win gold, and hope that the Valiant Vanillas struggle terribly in this event. Will it happen? We'll have to see. This championship contending heat features the Greenies, the Dodgers, Moonlight Titans, and the Bronze Tigers. Green out to a lead, fighting with Silently and Artemis. Green is going to bounce into Silently, gets passed by the Moonlight Titans, but still move on. The Greenies are still alive, but they too will need to win gold and hope that the Valiant Vanillas struggle terribly. Silently from the Dodgers will not be moving out of this heat, but we'll get a decent time of 11:17. And the Bronze Tigers come in right below that. Heat 3 now, and this one does feature the Valiant Vanillas, our championship leaders. They are guaranteed a podium, and it will take a massive launch from True Blue and the Greenies to get up there, and perhaps Balls of Fire. What will Twist be able to do? They are neck and neck with the Blue Moons and the Sterling Swarm. They fall back a little bit, but they have taken the lead. Twist from the Valiant Vanillas is in second. Can they hold it? Yes! The Valiant Vanillas are moving on! This knocks out both True Blue and the Greenies. Balls of Fire are the only obstacle in the Valiant Vanillas' way, and a championship in the Marble Sports Games. Sterling Swarm also moving on. It looks like the Oddballs did not finish. They're going to get stuck and just plow into the sand there. Not good for Sparky from the Oddballs. The Valiant Vanillas, they're excited. Just this final run. If Balls of Fire do not make it out of this heat, it is all over. Their competition, the Thunder Gods, Blueberry Buttons, and the Stingers. Can any of these teams deny Balls of Fire advancement? Very slow start from the Stingers down below, and Balls of Fire is out to the lead. Thunder Gods block them. They get by, and Balls of Fire plow into the sand. Balls of Fire are stuck. They are not going to finish. The Valiant Vanillas win! Just like that. Our Marble Sports Games Season 3 champion has been decided! The Valiant Vanillas will win it! One season after hosting the first season, the Blueberry Buttons were the champions, and now, fresh out of hosting Season 2, the Valiant Vanillas are your Marble Sports Games Season 3 champions! The event is not over, but the championship is. Still up for grab are the podium spots. Balls of Fire could potentially choke it here. So going to semi-final A now. Galactic, the Sterling Swarm, the Thunder Gods, and the Greenies. Here we go, Greenies off to a decent start, but Galactic is much quicker. They're going to take the lead to Astron and the Sterling Swarm, that is Silver. And those two rivals will be moving on, knocking out the Greenies and a stuck in the Sand Thunder Gods. Galactic and the Sterling Swarm, two big rivals from Season 1. They were the top two there. They placed 3rd and 4th in Season 2 and are looking to move up in the standings from 9th and 10th right now. This will be only the second time in history that they face each other in the final, the first being the obstacle maze of this season. Galactic was the victor in the rivalry there. True Blue, Moonlight Titans, Valiant Vanillas, and the Blueberry Buttons. Blueberry Buttons won this event last year, of course, Blubby, and Twist from the Valiant Vanillas picked up bronze. Oh, and Twist's gonna come to a stop and gets bumped by the Moonlight Titans. Twist to the final! True Blue also will be moving on to the final with the Valiant Vanillas. But look at this, Twist is going to get stuck on one of the squares, right there, gets bumped by the Moonlight Titans, and will move on to the final along with True Blue. And Twist actually has a chance now to become the first repeat double gold medal winner since Cosmo in Season 1. A lot of pressure on Twist now. The Valiant Vanillas have won the championship. It's now for bragging rights. There you can see our top 4, along with Zeb, the referee. Hello there, Zeb. Shout out to the referees. They're expert officiating for this competition. We would not be able to host it without them. But here we go, for the final time this season. Astron, Blue, Silver, and Twist. Who wins the final gold? It's Astron and Silver out to the lead. Twist is coming back though. Silver holds it. Sterling Swarm bounce backwards. The Valiant Vanillas take the lead. But True Blue will stamp their authority and win the event. However, it does not matter. Twist shows that there will be no twist of fate that could derail the Valiant Vanillas of a championship. Earns a silver medal, their second medal of the season, and a championship victory for the team. Silver from the Sterling Swarm picks up a medal in 3rd. Astron from Team Galactic falls just short of the podium. And True Blue win their second gold medal of the season and will be triumphant again as they stand atop the podium above Twist and Silver. Congratulations to all 16 of our teams competing this season. It was a wonderful season hosted by the Dodgers. Thank you to them. It is now time for the closing ceremony, and until next time, so long everybody, I'm the Emperor.